If you guys don't have any more questions on the WBA, I'd like to show you our other little toy I brought today. I got to be careful. The UBA. UBA for Universal Bill Acceptor. This thing here, as opposed to this one, I was talking to a few guys at the tail end of the break there. With this one, if you want to change countries, you want to go to a different country for your software.
Which do you want to use this example?
Yeah. You just change out that little rail. We make them with different width slots in them to handle different widths of currency. So that was one thing we had going on with this one. The other thing was, everything's got to be plastic nowadays. It does a couple things for you. Number one, it makes it lighter. It dissipates heat better. Metal tends to hold heat. Plastic dissipates it a lot faster. Plus, there was a lot of changes we wanted to make to the WBA. This replaced the DVB-145. Why? Because the DVB-145 at the time was 7 years old. The technology was old. Counterfeiters were getting better. We had a lot of things we wanted to change on it, and we couldn't just modify the 145. Same thing's been going on with the WBA. I mean, you saw it from the 1011 where we had a 1 meg chip. We went to the 12 and 13 with a 4 meg, 2 channels of output, all kinds of nice stuff. But there's only so much you can do and still keep it the same unit. So we took a lot of the changes we wanted to make, and that's what we put them into, the UBA. A few of the features with this thing. Number one, all your diagnostics and everything is right up front. Your dip switches. Everything's right there on the front of the unit. You don't have to take it out of the machine to troubleshoot it anymore. You can troubleshoot it right in there just by doing your dip switches. Plug for your harness. You know how the harness for a bezel light now has to go down through the side and you always wind up pinching that wire? Mounted this one right up on the front. This little plug over here, USB port. I have yet to see it, but I know you can do it with a laptop. They say they're going to try and develop it into either a Palm or some type of a handheld unit. It's a 45-second download. Much better than 6 minutes.
1 or 2, do you know?
I think it's USB 2. It has to be for that kind of a speed with a 8 meg program.
Okay.
This thing's running an 8 meg right now instead of a 4 meg chip. To go what? Go ahead. EEPROM or flash, whichever way you want it.
They have to do EEPROM for New Jersey.
No, not anymore. New Jersey's switching.
Oh, they are? When?
They are finally, this year they're supposed to be going to flash memory capable.
Oh, that's good news.
Oh yeah. The next thing, how many of you have a Williams game that has a RS-232 board on it? Don't you hate that? We did too. 2 pins there, or 2 pin plugs there, one over here. RS-232 is built into every board. You wanted RS-232? Swap the pins. Automatically built into the CPU board. We also have this little channel back here. There's a board that goes back there, which we can use for USB input-output to the game. A lot of manufacturers right now are looking at making all their peripherals USB. Just because everybody has it, the diagnostics and everything for USB, all the protocols for USB are already out there. So all you have to do is slide a board back there. The unit becomes USB capable now. Inside, a little bit different looking. Nowhere near as much stuff inside there. 2 belts in the center. 1 little belt to help drag it back to them. The optics are all farther back now. The head is not separate from the transport. It's all one piece. We're using red, infrared, and green sensors now. 3 different wavelengths of light. Still have a magnetic sensor in it, up in the top. Barcode sensor in the back there. We have the dual purpose sensors, top and bottom. I haven't actually counted it up, but I want to say it's something like 28 different sensor readings we're taking off the bill now. Back here in the back, no levers. First anti-stringing. Back here in the back, this drum rotates when you put the bill in. You can't string out of this unit. I'll guarantee you that.
Oh, it has like a D cut on one side?
No, the bill goes through it.
Yeah.
Once the bill goes through it, it rotates. If you have anything attached to that bill, you can't pull it back out of
Can you
there
do it
now.
one more time? I had a little focus issue there.
Sure. The drum's sitting like this.
Okay.
The slot, the bill can go through it now. I'll get it started. The bill goes through the drum.
Okay.
Once it gets through the drum rotates.
Catch it up like a beater bar on a vacuum cleaner.
You know, these haven't actually been out in operation. I'm sure you're going to see that happen once. There is a feed-out sensor. The drum shouldn't rotate until the bill passes the feed-out sensor. Oh, yeah. Someone tried it? Yeah. Well, it's only going to rotate half a turn. So, but it's going to rotate a half a turn the next time. So, yeah. Yeah, if they got a string on there, I'll guarantee you they're going to move away from that machine real quick. Because they snap. Oh, shit. What else? Disassembly. How many of you have taken the side of this apart? Chicken. All the tools you need for disassembly on this one. That one you need a screwdriver, 2 E-ring clips, it doesn't hurt. This one here, you need 2 hands. Open the top, open the front tray, which just exposes all that stuff in the front. Pick up on the back, push it forward. Pick up on the back. Yeah, there we go. Push it forward. Want to change the CPU board?
Yes, I'd love to.
6 plugs. 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Once you pull those 6 plugs out, the CPU tray slides right
At
out.
the front. Oh, that's a good deal.
No screws, no mounting.
That doesn't even suck at all.
They've done a lot of changes to this. Oh, there's a couple plugs on the bottom of the board too. The motors and the feed out. Never mind. I'm just going to let that one go.
How hard is it to change your motor out?
I haven't. They won't let me have one yet. Yeah, I know, but if I tear this apart, someone's going to shoot me. This one's the one I actually had to steal this out of our showroom.
Just tell me to give it to me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Randy's going to do a review on it. When I get something, and I'm hoping to get one now. We've just started getting them in, and we're shipping them out because there's a couple casinos already gone 100% UBA. Wynn's going to be 100% UBA when they open up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a couple other properties.
Install machines yet there?
I don't know where they're at. Any of you guys ever? Who's apt over there? Somebody has to have applied over there already,
It's not posted
isn't it?
on the list of, yeah. We already have we got the slot repair manager from Treasure Island there. And now they posted for everything, slot things is not listed. They won for administrative.
So they must not have the casino floor ready to put machines in yet.
But I mean, they have taken out business for servers and restaurants and something for every other position. It's not textiles.
I wonder if they had enough people just come over and apply.
That's
Does Wynn have any other properties anymore? Or did they sold everything to Mandalay, right?
everything.
Everything to do this to finance this problem.
Yeah,
This is the big.
I'll bet you they still had connections enough to where they probably hired all their people in.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. God, that's.
I'm trying to get
I
out.
always hated that. When I went to work for the Paris man, I had to get my sister to get me an interview to get hired over there.
They get juiced in.
Yeah. Well, that's what this town's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
The juice.
Yeah. It's all about who you know. You'd think that'd be enough, wouldn't you? Nah, my boss has already told me if I ever try and quit and go to work for a casino, he's going to have me shot anyway, so. You're never leaving. Let me just run this for you real quick. Show you a couple of neat features. How many of you have Sentry or have heard of Sentry Bezels? What do you think of them? You like it?
Is it really useful? I mean, have you looked at it and gone, okay, now I know what to do? Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
The thing,
We've just put ours in. Our WBA's had messed up enough to, even though they're very good there.
the Sentry Bezel does a couple of things for you. Number one, I still have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on. And I knew that how? Because those bills weren't enabled. Every bill that's enabled, oh, you got the runway lights. Side to side means it's processing or it's checking something. As soon as it gets done cycling up, then the lights say, feed me, put money in.
It's beautiful, really.
Also, bills that are enabled.
That's pulse width modulation at work, by the way.
Yep.
When those LEDs are dimming like that, getting brighter, that's PWM.
So we stole something from the monitors. No wonder you tried to pass that one off on me. Doesn't that always happen? You're doing a demo?
Is he still at? Sorry.
Probably. Remember I said this takes any bill up to 84 millimeters wide?
Except this 10 apparently.
Well, it won't take
It is a pretty
counterfeits.
funky 10.
It won't take counterfeits. It's a JCM. Other people might. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. They never mind. You can put that bill in up to 15 degrees. It centers the bill. There's actually, all right, what have I got turned off?
Oh, there's the stripe. I couldn't find the stripe. Maybe it is kind of, but it's over here.
It's not enabling. No, it's not enabling. It's not enabling 1s through 20s. Dan? 003 software, you don't have to enable the bill. Right?
Control, delete.
Yeah. Don't I wish? No, I'll just put it into test mode.
There is no calibration for this, is there?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this 003? This is a flash unit. I never thought of that. This is a flash unit. I don't know what software is in here. Might not be 003. This little unit here is an 003 simulator. What that does is it talks to the validator the same way a game using 003 protocol would. And this being a flash unit, I'm not sure I've got 003 software in there. That's okay. We'll just put it into test mode. Because it was coming up 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s not enabled. Okay.
This time for sure.
Now, unfortunately, I won't get my Sentry now because I don't have it talking to it. But that little noise, that's the centering device is checking. Don't have to put the bill in straight because it's going to center the bill up.
It is a wiggly thing.
If it doesn't like the bill, you don't have, oh yeah, wait a minute. Well, I don't know how this is going to work. If it doesn't like it, it'll try it 3 times before it rejects it. Unless it absolutely knows it's junk because of the black paper. Got a ticket? No, you don't have a ticket.
Okay, what if we do this?
That's interesting. See that?
Yeah.
Everybody see that? How it's 2 different pieces of paper?
Wait, here. Sorry.
See the back edge? Did y'all know that? That every US bill is actually 2 pieces of paper that are compressed together?
Oh, because they have to put the stripe in the middle, the Mylar.
The Mylar ribbon that's in the middle? That's one reason why you want translucent sensors. You have to be looking through the bill. You also have to be reflecting off the bill. If you don't, I got to show you that. We're reflecting, taking a reading off the surface of the bill. We're also looking through the bill. The reason this is important, on a US bill, basically it's 2 layers, and that ribbon is embedded in the middle of it. Okay? If you have a counterfeiter, they don't use 2 layers, they use 1 sheet of paper. They just print that ribbon, or make it something that looks like it, on one side of the bill when they print them up. If you're using transmissive sensors, you're looking through the bill, you see the ribbon. Here, you see the ribbon. If you're using reflective sensors, no ribbon here, no ribbon here, no reflective sensor down here, you can't see where that ribbon is. Is it mounted on the surface or is it in the middle? With reflective and transmissive, you'll see there's no ribbon on either side, but there is one in the center. Certain companies, whose name I won't mention, don't use both. They only use transmissive. But anyways, I'm not allowed to be that way. Here we go. You know, we tease, but I get along with most everybody I know that works at Mars, except for one guy. The candy company. Never mind. But it's going to try it 3 times, automatically. These right here, see if you can see in a minute. It should, no it won't. It just thinks that it's open. These 2 bars up in the front, that's that centering noise, that chattering noise you hear. They actually work towards the center to center up the bill. So so that it goes over the same position. This was a really, I mean, it's a nice feature. It's really critical in Europe, because everybody's gone to the Euro, and if you've ever been over there, the Euro bills are different widths. You don't need to have a special validator head that centers the bill up. This is going to center it up every time. So, other features. What haven't I forgotten? Cashbox.
The most important of all.
You ever seen a plastic Cashbox before?
Gee, no, Jack, never seen that. That's amazing. Who would have thought of that?
Yeah. They beat us to market. So what? It's plastic. The pins on the metal boxes. We all know that Soft Count and the drop crew love the pins on the metal Cashbox. They love them so much they like to keep them. They break them off. This one is mounted to a 1-inch square piece of metal that's embedded inside the plastic. You ain't going to break this one off. Not without destroying the cash can. Window on the bottom. Last
The
bill.
dispute windows, I think, are much bigger and better on this. It was, remember I tried to show you the bill in the dispute window on the MEI one? It's a great idea, but only because it's a universal bill validator and euro currency can be wider,
Yeah.
you couldn't really see it, could you? Not really well.
This one here's the.
The barcodes on that box.
Really?
You can tell that it is barcode, yeah. No lever on the side. Can't think of anything else. Have I forgotten anything? Backwards compatible, oh yeah. You got WBAs on your floor right now? No problem. Drop crew comes along, puts a WBA can. It'll fit. Take the UBA can over to the WBA. It'll fit. Forward and backwards compatible. That's those levers. I love the noise that thing makes.
It's a little scary if you don't know what it's doing.
Yeah. So it's forward, backwards compatible. If you got UBAs, you got WBAs, cash cans, doesn't matter. You're not going to obsolete anything right away. What have I forgotten? What time is it? Are we getting?
4 minutes.
I got 4 minutes?
You have 4 minutes.
Let's
Song and dance.
do a little song and dance. Anybody have any questions, first of all? You will tomorrow. You're going to forget half the stuff I told you. Yes, sir.
The new plastic cash can, what's the biggest one you make as far as the amount of bills it'll take?
600. There is a 1,000-note cash can. The problem with a 1,000-note cash can, they haven't developed it yet for the plastic. It's in the works. The problem with using a 1,000-note cash can in most machines, the machines were never designed to take one that's that long. A 1,000-note cash can is about as long as this ICB module is. So it moves the front of the cash can closer to the door. You have to do a lot of retrofitting on the doors to get them to fit.
Yeah, we've actually got, I think they're bigger than 1,000. But there's nothing in the front of the door either.
It depends. The jurisdictions differ on that, whether or not you have to have the second lock on the door. So yeah, and especially on slant tops. Slant tops have a lot of room. Usually you can get something there where it doesn't need the door. No other questions? Okay, last thing I want to leave you with. Number one, I want to thank Randy for doing this. I think this is one of the greatest things for slot techs in the world. To be able to get you guys all together, have him come out, show you everything he knows about monitors, which I think is fantastic. That's why you saw me sitting through the monitor class. We're going to start selling. We are a representative for Tovis, and I have to teach a class on that, so I'm trying to learn. So I decided to come to the X. Myself, Mars, CoinCo, everybody else comes out here to be able to get all this stuff together in one place for you. I think it's really fantastic, and I'm glad that he does that. If you have any further questions for me about JCM products, on the front of the handout, on the front of my business card, you have a phone number, 1-800-683-7248, toll free anywhere in the world to JCM American. If it's between 7 and 5, 7:30 and 5, you'll get the front desk, Las Vegas time. Betty is our receptionist now. We've got another one coming in. I don't know who the new girl is. Tell me you want to talk to tech support. We've got 4 guys upstairs that do nothing but answer phone calls. If it's not between 7:30 and 5 Las Vegas time, call anyway. You'll get the automated voice thing. For a list of people, press 1. To leave a voicemail, press 2. It'll get down to 5, and it says if you want tech support, press 5. Those guys carry around a cell phone. One of them has that cell phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you need tech support and it's 3 a.m. in Mississippi, give them a call. They get 15 minutes of overtime if it rings after 5 o'clock. They don't mind answering your questions. So we have 24-hour tech support available. The website, www.jcm-american.com. No password required. Go in there, browse around. A lot of good information. All of our manuals are being put on the website. I think we've got other links on the website now. They're redesigning the website right now. Other websites to go to. Randy's. Have you been to his website yet? Slottech.com? Go there. Yeah.
The Slot Tech forum is phenomenal.
Oh, the Delphi?
Yeah.
Delphi's a real good place to get answers. All kinds of places you can get stuff like that. If you ever need any help, you have my email address on my business card also. I always answer every email I get. It may take me a little bit if I'm out on the road and don't have a good high-speed connection. I can't get my email. But come Friday, I will download everything. I always answer every email because I was a tech for 2 years and I know what it's like not to be able to get the information you need. So anytime you got a question, please use those resources, get a hold of us. That's what we're here for. That's what I do for a living for the next 11 years. After that, you're on your own. Oh yeah. If you want we send out a monthly tech bulletin. Thank you for reminding that, Dan. I would have forgot it. We send out a monthly tech bulletin. All you have to do to get on the list is fill out this card. If you want us to mail it to you, snail mail. If you want us to email it to you, if you want us to fax it to you, just mark on that card. Let us know how you want us to get it to you. We'll get it to you. If you want it sent to your home address, we don't care. Wherever you want it. So most of your casinos are probably getting it already, but whether or not that actually filters down to the slot shop is another question I found out. So if you guys want it sent to yourself personally, just let us know, fill out the card. You don't have to give it to us today. You can mail it to us or just leave it on the tables. We'll collect them up after we're all gone.
Are you going to have a trade-in program to upgrade to that?
Once again, I'm going to refer you to sales on that. If it's a large enough order, they will probably work something out. And I say that strictly as a non-sales type person. I mean, if Mandalay Bay Group comes to us and says, hey, you know, we want to convert all our casinos to UBA, but we want to trade in the WBAs and get $75 a piece for them. Well, if you're talking 10,000 units, somebody's going to work something out for you. But as far as is there anything planned, not that I have heard yet. But once again, that's, you know how salesmen are.
Yeah.
Come on. You're going to buy enough stuff from him, he'll negotiate something with you. Whether he's actually just reducing his price a little bit and saying, yeah, we'll take those and crush them, or whatever. Other than that, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you all for coming.